Now think to yourself that it is for the benefit of all of our mothers, all limitless beings throughout space, that we must bring them to the state of complete and perfect Buddhahood. And in order to do this, you will listen to and practice the Dharma. In this way, please listen with the motivation of bodhicitta.
首先呢，请大家升起一个菩提心而来听闻，也就是为了利益一切的众生都能够证得圆满的佛果。所以呢，我们来听闻跟修持这样的课程。
Jujung Jepara Sen the Trasain Tetos, Tacondos Chitanga on the Sen Varela, Tijunsin Carrera, Tangaranso, Sonjus and Bechepa like you, Tatendis in Chunions Land you but the pay, Calvazambo Chonarella, Calvazombo de Tamamba la Manyamba, Certan Teche, Coni Condom Pelvarasa, Certala. Niche, tela carigugi ore sena, tenisena gawa don toa, chigugre, tari calvazambo johnson, tenichu yon tapandro, tate no nechula jubu kokaya potion pe, gawa don toa, china, tela tene mahompa la cone contum pertabaton, nyamandro la penge ore la, perna dipa sepanda buce yena. Te kone konto membero wato nyam ngawe ke chetala dipa sepa la hyapa che njepa che ta tente gogi yore gewa dropa la kone konto pero ke chetala kare gogi yore sena tene gawa ton toa che gogi yore la tene tare tanda chetanga zepeleo chuchunga te pe kalba zambo re la kalba zambo kare re sena tene te Chitanga Nyemon Bandasha Hedon Temun Hajal Trado, Tenabanga Yore, Tinon in Kalchehu, Davote Canderesena, Hedan de Hedan de Wona Tuna, Hedan de Hetuna, the Sawa Jachembo Gendo, Rana Pemba in Jachembo Gendo, Yena Pemba in Jachembo Gendo, to a hungry or Ranga gave it our in Jachembo J. Peltava, that in the younger Yorella. Tata Nyemon Banjamzig, Nyembola, Mambo Carre Sena, Tatela, Tingen and Gambata, Solo and Depala Sopa, Mambo Yore, Tingen and Gambalaina, Zopa Chemboto, Shaja Chembola Sopa, Gamba, Tatende Yore, Yinayang Aranso, Nyonson Lane Tuba, Nyonson Lane Dewa, Tusong Hira La Pechi Sene, Rong Nyemon Bango Nantubate, Carre Sena, Tenitanda. Zepeleu in the Rela, Zepeleu in Bicherna, Telape, Calchembo Nane, Yone Yondo, Tusong, Hirap Tibelte, Fajona, Nite Yonsolan, the Hedon Take Heton Nayon Pe, Pento Tempo, Hedon Ni Heton, Pento Tempo in Bicherna, Tendenda Nanto Nape Calvazambore.
Now, about this text, entering the ways of the Bodhisattva, once we've begun practicing the ways of the Bodhisattva, this is extremely fortunate. And as it is said in the beginning of the text, or earlier in the text, once the wise have thus embraced sincerely bodhicitta, in order to increase it, they rejoice and take delight. And so the reason for saying this is that once we have begun practicing, doing the practice of a bodhisattva, it is extremely fortunate that we are able to do this, to actually put it into practice. And we need to be able to make sure that in the future this will not decrease, but instead that it will not decrease and be stable. So that is one thing we need to make sure of. The second thing is that we need to make sure that this practice will increase and strengthen in the future. And in order to do this, what is it that we will that we need? We need to have joy and delight in our minds. We need to think to ourselves, I'm really fortunate. This is really fortunate that I've done this. I'm able to practice the Dharma properly. And this is a great thing that I have done. And so when you have that joy and delight, then your practice of bodhicitta will increase and strengthen. It will not weaken. When we do misdeeds and wrongs, for example, we don't want them to increase, and we instead want them to decrease. And what we do in that instance is that we regret them and we confess them. This is important to do this. But when we've done something virtuous, what do we need to do? We need to increase them. We need to have joy and delight to increase our virtues. And so we are therefore extremely fortunate to be able to study this chapter on patience. Among all the different afflictions, there are greed, hatred, desire, envy, and pride are the primary ones. But among these, the most important is anger. And if we can decrease our anger, if we are able to pacify our anger, then that is a great thing that we have done. If we are able to pacify even a single moment of anger, that is a great thing. And if we can do it a second time, that is also extremely beneficial. This will really increase our virtues vastly. And so it's like one of the most important things we can do. There are many different antidotes for anger. Among them, there is samadhi meditation. There are reciting prayers and supplications and so forth. When we do meditation, there are the great meditations such as Dzogchen and Mahamudra meditation. But the practice that we can do that is really something we're able to do, something that is easy for us to do, something where we can use the intelligence that we gain from listening and contemplating, is this chapter on patience from the way of the Bodhisattva. And so we must always remember its importance and keep that in mind. And if you can study it over and over again, contemplate it over and over again, and put it into practice, then by doing so, if you are able to, in this way, prevent yourself from getting angry once, that is extremely beneficial. If you can prevent yourself a second time, then that is extremely fortunate.
在入菩萨行论的前面几品当中有提到这么一段话，也就是当一个行者他升起了这个菩提心之后，那么要让这个菩提心能够稳固，能够不消失，能够甚至更加的增长，很重要的就是你要有一念欢喜之心这在前面的偈文当中前几品当中有提到。所以这里有一个关键，就是当你升起菩提心之后，你要怎么样让这个菩提心能够保持下去，很重要的就是要有一念欢喜之心。什么叫欢喜之心？就是你对于法，你对于这样的一个菩提心，对于这样的法，你升起一念说真是太难得了，我今生能够进入到佛门，我能够学习到这个法，真的是很不容易的一件事情。你有这样的一念心的时候，你会发现你的那个发心，它就会变得很稳固，甚至它也能够更加的增长。其实这就有点像，如果我们在造恶的时候，很多的恶业，我们常常想要怎么样让它停止，不要让恶业继续下去。方法就是你要透过忏悔，你要有忏除的心，还要有一念后悔的心。而你要让善心能够增长，要让菩提心能够增长，方法就是你非常的欢喜。那同样的，我们在升起菩提心的时候，也要保持一个欢喜的心。所以我觉得这一次能够有机会讲解这个第六品忍辱品，这本身就是一件非常值得欢喜、很难得的一件事情。为什么？因为我们在一生当中，我们常说我们的烦恼很多，我们有五毒烦恼，贪嗔痴慢疑，但其中最主要的影响我们最剧烈的烦恼，其实就是嗔心。常常一个人你能够降服了、控制你的负面的这种情绪、嗔恨之心的时候，你会发现你的很多事情也就比较顺利了。你要能够利他的事业也顺利，利己的事业也会顺利，还有你的善能够不断的增长。所以我们都在一直强调如何降服我们的嗔心。方法有很多对治烦恼的方法，譬如说修持禅定、大手印大圆满，或者我们说透过像这些祖师来祈请发愿。但是其中我们这次学到的方法，它很容易上手，因为它是透过你自己不断的熏习、不断的思维听闻之后，你透过你的智慧，你了解到的确不应该生气，所以这是你透过了自己的力量、智慧而降服了你的负面的情绪。所以总而言之，我觉得要很珍惜每一次的这个课程。 还有听闻之后，大家回去每天日常生活当中也要不断的思维，不断的实际去运用。生活当中，你只要有一次嗔心升起，被你发现，被你控制了，你就得到了一次的利益。第二次嗔心升起，又被你发现，被你对峙的时候，你又得到了利益。
他得了这不留个弄呢，协同协个他的什么印的了电话了，什么印的电话的，他可是工作去把印的了，跟你那身边一个带呢什么印的了，协同的结尾个就经常不就用个话的，这用印不就那跟你那身边一个人印的了带呢，得了带呢协同结没里吧，工作结没里吧，他等的带呢什么印的了带的。他跟你那身边一个的，可是下落个就基本弄的点吧样的了。第二呢，当不抽的学生吧的啦，他第二的开始生活的些呢，第呢大个些呢，东汉的年东七十东，明年些上门的，咋了？这里都被说是什么的啦？他第弄呢，他当不到个些弄，那把些把地头顶多少才话的，他得人个告诉了，咋了？这里都把的，咋了？电话就能让超度了呢，今天的些东西我记得，咋了？过这些呢，你得了的呢，马干呢，些东西个尊重我记得，今天的现在咋了？年少就呢，让生些东。这个决定的我这用十八音不行了，铁打不没用我吃的了，地卡死了，今年我把协同的解码学了，解明年被军生点做，三不送音不行了，他人家告诉了学校天啦，他咋啦？这几档年到他说把军搞说，今年当他让个协同的我难头吧。现当些都把这个他现在不能来了，他地搞上了学的的人。
So, what are the methods that are taught in this chapter on patience for decreasing and pacifying our anger? There are the 9 grounds, the 9 grounds for resentment that are taught in verse 11. And so these go through, the chapter then goes through each of these reasons, or each of these grounds, which become the conditions that provoke us to feel anger. And the chapter teaches each of them in order. It teaches why it is illogical for us to feel hatred because of them, why it is illogical for us to feel anger because of them. And so of the 9, and so these 9 are taught in the 11th verse, and the first 6 of these we have already discussed. And so, as it says in verse 11, we don't want pain, humiliation, or harsh and unpleasant words for those we love or for ourselves. It's the opposite for our foes. So we've already gone through the first 6 of these that are for with regard to ourselves or with regard to our friends and family. And so now we've come to the last line of that stanza. It's the opposite for our foes. When we have enemies, if they experience pleasure and happiness, then we get envious of that, and that provokes our hatred. Or when they are respected, we are displeased by this, and that provokes our hatred. Or when they become well-known and popular, then we can't bear that, and our minds also, we also have hatred in our minds. And so in order that doesn't happen, next it teaches very clearly the reasons why it's not right for us to get angry in these situations. So here in the next several verses, what we will be discussing this morning is how when an enemy receives happiness and so forth, why we should not feel that, and why we should decrease and pacify our anger.
在第6品当中，它主要谈到的就是次第的对治我们的嗔心的一些方法，那也就是练习安忍、忍辱的一些方法。那它很清楚的架构是提到了有9种因缘会让我们生气的，或者升起嗔心的9种情况。那么事实上都一个一个我们讲过了，我们了解到说，其实我们都不应该生气的。 那我们到昨天为止，我们讲完了前面的6个，那这都是在第11个偈言里面谈到的苦受即轻灭，恶名粗恶语，失我即亲友，岂能尽敌行那么他在这里这一段主要的意思就是谈到说，对于我还有对于我的亲人等等，总共有6种。那这部分会升起嗔心的部分我们都谈过了。那今天要讲的是针对于他最后一句说，对于我们的敌人这里中文的翻译比较不一样，他藏文的意思是说，再来就是对于敌人是刚好相反的，有另外3种状况会让我们升起嗔心。一种就是敌人得到快乐了，我们升起嫉妒之心了，而升起嗔心。第二种就是敌人受到了恭敬对待，那我们也会生气，或者敌人变得很出名了，这也可能造成我们的这种嗔心升起所以在这里接下来就会谈到如何消除对于敌人他得到这些快乐赞叹时候的我们避免升起嗔心的方法。
他听用的俺那个在上班去了，他没见到个带了当，见到情况听得清呢，你搞了些东西是个了，你听年不的听过个话的。你听了看的些呢，看的是听过个话的些呢，眼睛听呢，看的搞的头呢，一切中呢听呢，即使听了干么些，他没见到个俺那个在上班去了，带了当个了，带了当个了，带了当个说了，可能个现在做现在啦，带了当个嘞。Kurang gayen to toyin da tera ta ka sa la ngara maga ne tini te maga wa san tipo me ba ndabo hedan ndabo ta tinde che se ga de la te che ka sa la song lo ton ne paru po te tera ta ka sa la kurang ga san la ga wa don de wa to ga yo re la ngara ya ta te ta ga bo tipo se ne ga de ga pa lo mo je ba se ne se ma cho gu ba ka re yo so ne tini te tangara tini tini somo tone hedon shewe ka tap che go gre tega teta bo tini parupo te dawo tega dawo la tera tang kapsula koran semba chipo yung yo re la ngaraya kola tera date la tera tang ne chipo sena pe yapo yo re ti dewa te che gawe dewa nda denjung kana matome la nipa yo mare yenten temba namji no yenten ton temba sonje ton sonju semba ton ji jong te chebar ton papa re sen no yo re yendi ba yen chu jong yen on do dor se be tap chebar ton papa yen ton temba ton delwa se be tap chu do churwa yon te yen be serna ngarang ke jang ne te dala don ke wa main pa Dawo de la tera tang, sempa gawa don toa chi, tindi sina yapo yo re.
So when we think of someone as our enemy, and then someone else praises their enemy, then it's quite possible that we might feel angry about this. And at that point, we need to apply the antidote. So as it says in verse 76, if others are pleased when they praise someone as having qualities, why then, O mind, do you not as well praise them and take delight? And so when someone else praises someone whom you think of as your enemy, then at that time that they're saying the praise, the person who's praising the enemy will feel joy and delight in their mind. But we're displeased, we're unhappy about that. It's quite possible that we even feel hatred. But at that point, that they're saying that the person who's saying the praises is doing that, they feel joy and delight. And why don't we also feel that sort of joy and delight? Why don't we also join in on praise them and take part in that joy and delight? It's an easy sort of praise that we can, easy source of joy and delight that we can also enjoy in. So if we also then join in the praises, then that would be good. So your pleasure from rejoicing is a blameless source of delight. So there's nothing wrong about praising another person. allowed by those with qualities. So those with qualities means like the noble beings, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and so forth, and they allow us to rejoice in and praise other people. And it is the best way to gather others. If we want to gain influence and magnetize or attract other people, then this is one of the best ways to do so. So we should not feel aversion or hatred towards the enemy, but instead we should join in the praise. And if we take joy and delight in it, this is good.
接下来呢，这里就首先谈到的是，当我们面对敌人当敌人他受到别人的赞叹，或者他变得很出名的时候，我们不喜欢的这些仇人，看他们变得好的时候，我们就会升起嗔恨之心。那这时候我们要怎么样对治这样的一种嗔恨呢？那么就是在第76跟第77个偈言里面所谈到的。那么他这里首先第76个偈言是谈到说，当你的敌人被别人赞叹的时候，那其实赞叹他的那个人就是第三方，他其实你会知道，他赞叹别人，他心是很欢喜的。那这个偈言是告诉我们，就像赞叹别人会得到欢喜，是你也知道会得到欢喜，那你为什么也不赞叹这个敌人，让你自己也得到欢喜呢？就是这个偈言在告诉我们的。我心何不赞，令自心欢喜？就像那个第三方赞叹令敌人心欢喜一样，你为何不这么去做，而反而让自己生气呢？那么再来下一个偈言是说，事实上你也随喜别人，你也试着去赞叹别人，这本身就是一件非常好的事情，而这种快乐它是非常好的，而且它是有功德的，是诸佛菩萨都赞许的。而且事实上你这样子试着去赞叹别人的时候，你也是在利益他人，叫摄受他人的。所以这里说这个随喜赞叹是诸佛所赞许的一个方法，亦是摄受他人的方法。第77个偈文。所以换句话说，当你听到你的敌人被赞叹，他变得很出名的时候，记得不要生气你反而试着要练习去赞叹，去随喜，那你让自己也会欢喜，同时你也是在利益他人。
他提到东岸点别告诉了，我那提什么啥个有嘞？提什么卡嘞啥个有嘞？现在提土个嘛嘞？没得被军生干的嘞现在，我那电话土个有嘞的，现在有电话这个平土个有嘛嘞？파르부 다오데라 테라타나 다오데베 데보다 치부 야포린도 그래라 테가게요 마레 테라 나랑가 토게요 마레 세나 테페 송노동동 두저레 가레레 세나 페나 메젤라 레카 레테나 라랑엠발라 소바 간야 마트바 세나 틴테 지만 레카 체게 마레 나랑소 우스 통화도 만통화 냠바른저로 통도 만통 냠바른저로 junsen teacher na yenda ki rang yende je pese la ngarang ga ge yore ti dewa te ngarang la yo mare te ti dewa te yin la yo are te ti dewa te la tonne che ge yore yin ngarang ga dawo ge yende je pese rang la dewa to ge yo are te yin yo rong la dewa te de ge yo mare ti song tong tong chen che lu ba ja da ba je jong yo are
So when we are talking about this instruction, sometimes people have a little bit of a doubt. This doubt is to think, I can't do that. The reason I can't do that is, of course, I get a little bit of pleasure from doing this, but it doesn't help. The reason it doesn't help is that when you're praising the enemy, then the enemy also feels happy. The enemy also enjoys it. And I can't bear that. I can't let that happen. I don't like that. This is actually a terrible way of thinking. You must not think like that. It's like when you have people who work for you. If you don't give them any wages and don't give them any salary, then nothing's going to happen. It just doesn't work that way. As it says here, but others will be happy too if you don't want this joy. You've stopped paying wages and will thus destroy the seen and unseen. And so when you do this, it is. When you should actually take joy when other praises someone else's quality. You should take joy in that. Otherwise, it's like you're destroying the seen and unseen merits. when yours are the qualities described, you want that others be pleased. So when someone is describing your qualities, you want everyone else to be pleased. And yet, when others' qualities are described, you don't want to be pleased yourself. When the enemy's qualities are being described, you don't even want to have that pleasure for yourself. And this is a terribly mistaken way of thinking. You must not think in this way.
那么这样听完之后啊，对，我也要随喜这个敌人呢得到快乐，那这样我也会快乐。但是我还是不愿意这么做，因为什么呢？因为敌人会变得很开心，我就是不要他开心。你心中就会有这样的想法，他开心我就是不爽，就是不高兴。但如果你有这样的念头，很不好意思，你这是一个最糟糕、最不好的一个念头啊。所以接下来这第78个偈言就在说了：若为他得乐，不欲彼安乐。你就是不要他开心，这是一个很糟糕的念头。这就有点像是他后面做了一个比喻：故拥不与仇，现后施利乐。就是说，就好像如果你想要一个人他对你有所好，对你有所回报，但你却不给他任何东西，你却不愿意给予他任何快乐，不让他得到任何东西的话，那事实上你也损失了你自己的快乐、自己的利益。他举了例子，就像雇佣，你不给他任何薪资，却想要他为你劳苦功干的话，那这是一件不可能的事情。所以这是这个偈言在做的比喻哦。所以你不要别人开心的念头是最糟糕的，这是不行的。再来第79个偈言，就是同样你也有说自己其实也是双重标准在判定，就是说他人赞我德，我亦愿他乐。就是有一个人在说你好话的时候，你会很开心的说啊，也祝福你啊，也希望你好。这是同样的。那同样那个人如果他去赞扬了另外一个人的德恨的时候，而那个人却是你的敌人，那你为什么不高兴？其实你没有理由不高兴。就好像他赞叹你，你应该很高兴的时候，同样你也祝福他嘛。同样他赞叹你的敌人，你也应该要很快乐，你不应该不快乐的。他的道理应该是相同的。换句话说，你不应该生气。
他这个卡里点巴的些呢，让个导演上巴天啦。对吧？当天早上呢，俺让学堂节、超度节，天天用个用的了。天温都蛮热哇，这把刚被他不得点吧的。他第一季是开始点吧的些呢，今年阳可能是第一季当点吧上呢，然后第一季当点吧上呢，阳俺让干个嘛的，俺让么个玩用个的啦，超度的不当，学堂的不这个的啦。第没这位他点吧的呢，先进同济点的呗，中秋的呢先进呢。先进荣个的呢，那结果这的错了这，今年的俺让这个上去上班人些呢，他他们家的，俺让个上班这个人些呢，他们家的啦，他们家呢，今年先进的听到呢，他俺让个找这个，俺让个罗巴些呢，可电话你把嘛的，可能让个他些呢电话的你把的啦，听俺让看些呢错个有的。초년 게 요마래 디존세요 드네 산제제 공pon라 께세근데 가리리세는 지tin 섬제 쳇벤네 총자와 생진노는 대제나 다 송제제 공pon라 생진동제 깨게 인세네 송노당게 요래라 드네 단다 가레세는 예코르니뭐 년코르녜녜서 때때때때때 대오던 기본적으로 용어라 지실동으로 세등하랑 해당제 초도제 텔구바카레여 다페르나 나랑게 생진된조라 대화쟁구요래라 대화쟁구들라 소자 공기 최소와 천이진의 진사대 당나랑게 소급을 맺게라 나랑게 가레 쟁구바대 랑게 쟁마구바 니진 소와 니조르나 가르멘저로 라톰 테다 다코야보 레송송네 상가와동 조아레 구그르마도 간신의 조아르요레 텐데지 정나 조아니 초년게 마레 대진로라 men데나 테라 송준데 공이 다 대점제게 대와테 로와라 men데나 대 송지제 공fon토본데 바테 가와가와 대작준데 보제레나 공시 genjul trotela sonchusen kalaye tinte sonchunju do senje be somba sombote zawane yo amarela te mebache chinin gamare junsin teacher nangarange yin dawo deji don demba raboche chona tela thodo don kenzen la soba meba san hewe ngone se ba gande nyemo ba hewe ga tala zangu yo are
So what this passage has been teaching is that when someone whom we think of as our enemy is praised, that we then feel hatred or jealousy or envy of this. And so here this is teaching the methods for not letting that take control of ourselves, but instead practicing patience. And the next passage talks about what happens when our enemies find happiness and joy. Sometimes when that happens, we are unable to bear it. We feel envy, we feel hatred over that. And so we must not let that happen. So this passage begins in verse 80. If you rouse bodhicitta because you want all beings be happy, when beings find themselves happiness, why does that make you angry? So we have already made the Bodhisattva vow. We've made the commitment of being a Bodhisattva, of having a good, kind heart. We've made that promise. And then when our enemy, without us doing any help or anyone helping them, when our enemy gets something, gets their own happiness and so forth, then why do we get angry at them at that? So why does that make us angry? So if you want for yourself, if you want for beings the Buddhahood adored in the three realms, so we've made the promise of the Bodhisattva to bring all sentient beings to the state of Buddhahood, then why does it gall you so to see them have some paltry honor? So when we say, may all sentient beings be happy, and yet they get some small source of happiness, some minor bit of happiness and pleasure, and then what need is there for us to feel envy or hatred over that? And so we need, what good is it to feel hatred and envy over that? We need to bring sentient beings happiness, give them happiness and pleasure. But if it's like the analogy here, if a relative whom you support, someone to whom you give. So imagine there's someone who you take care of and whose livelihood you support. And then that person gets something on their own. They manage to help themselves. If they should gain a livelihood, would you be angry instead of pleased? So if that person that you support finds their own livelihood, you'd be happy about it. You'd be delighted in it. Why would you get angry? You wouldn't get angry about it. There's no need to. So if you don't want even that for beings, how can you wish them enlightenment? So if you don't even want them to have some small honor or some temporary pleasure, how is it that possibly you could want to bring them to Buddhahood? Saying that you wanted them to bring them to Buddhahood is just a big lie. So if you are irked by others' wealth, how can you have bodhicitta? So you don't have any bodhicitta, you don't have a kind heart, you don't have any of that at all. So we should not be like this in any way. When our enemies gain happiness, we shouldn't be envious of that. Instead, we need to practice patience with a peaceful mind, and we need to make efforts at the methods for pacifying the afflictions.
所以以上呢，首先谈到的是，当敌人得到了别人的赞叹，变得有名的时候，我们记得是不要生气的，然后要努力的修持安忍。接下来这几段呢，有几个偈言谈到的是，当敌人得到快乐的时候，我们也不应该生气哦。那么首先第80个偈言，他所谈到的是说，我们曾经记得嘛，都发过誓言，不是吗？我们发过誓言说，我要有菩提心，我要成为一个菩萨，我要利益众生，我要有善行，这是我们曾经发过的誓言。但是偏偏在你遇到这个敌人仇敌，他得到快乐的时候，你怎么会忘记了你的誓言？而事实上这个时候他的快乐还不是你给的，是其他人给了他快乐，你又曾经发了愿希望众生都得到快乐，你在这个时间你为什么不快乐？你反而升起嗔恨之心呢？这就是第80个偈言在说的。再来第81个偈言呢，他在谈到的也是说，曾经我们都发愿众生能够怎么样成佛，众生能够成佛，帮助他们成佛之后，他们都能够受到众生的供养，不是吗？那现在你这个仇敌他也是众生之一，他正在受到别人的供养，而且只是一点点的快乐，他只是得到一点点的供养，你既然却会生气，这也不是跟违背了你的最开始的发愿吗？ 那再来第82个偈言是说，那么其实众生就像是你必须要照护的人，要去赡养的人是一样的，你必须要照顾他们衣食啊各种。现在你还反而轻松，因为别人给了他东西了，别人给了他很多衣食，他让他得到了快乐，你怎么反而不开心了呢？你本来不就是发愿要照顾他们的吗？这是第82个偈言。那么所以再来83个偈言是说，你如果连众生得到一点快乐，你都不愿意这样去付出，你都还生气的话，那你怎么可以说你曾经是发愿要帮助众生证得菩提呢？换句话说，你在这个生气的当下，你已经完全没有这个菩提心了，你是连一点善心都没有。所以83个偈言说，岂有菩提心哦？你这时候连一点菩提心都没有了。所以换句话说，这里是当你在面对你的仇敌当他快乐的时候，记得你不要升起嗔恨之心，想起你过去发的这个愿，努力的去对治你的嗔恨之心，然后尽量的以平静的心来修持这个安忍。
他提过呢，同步他让个找我的了，对吧？从现在上那么高啊，现在找我解释个了，对解没学了，解的了，是吧？刚把解当，你把的当da，一让个扎因上把的了，对解东东把上那样，我让什么高啊，超多东西都解完了，然后用这个了，对门就是他了，是吧？刚把你把当，他什么的开始的些呢，让个扎因上把的了。nye pa te income rabo tang ngenpan rabo jachenpo che top na te la yang nga ra magane shetan che thodo che kensen che ta tende yung sikre la te manjo ta la zepa gombe surte sunwa re la karte te le nyi tam jindo chamna ne jorba kundong te che la me na sima senrong che te che sa se 다 되게 랑 다인 삼바 되게 준롱제 데 톱송나야 데 되게 마토바제 준롱제 된조 진도가 청라 네버잖아 강인나요 롱데 나랑라는 자니 토고 말해 근도 대체 라면나 나랑라는 자니 토고 말해라 되니 되게 다오데 랑 다인 삼바 되라 제나야 제가 그지바래 마진나 그런 공부는 냐되나 지바래 나랑라는 자네 도고 말해라 디천나 tel라 찌버사 초도세 나저세나 펜바요 말해라 디ጨ사데 데이터고 머자와 제바공고 그래 다 tel라 초도세 제바 마감바제나 가래 용기요 와레세나 tene tati rang sonam ton tepa nyam rog yore rong yen tin te mepan rog yore tel nga shedan ton thodu seba la tene rong yen tin te mepan rog re te mai ba ona ngaran so kare chi gu gre se na ni par chirwa mansim par ngarang ke to son ate yapo si chamba ton ni je je ne do do zon ta tende se ne dina deba ma to 강기 초월 메제누 드니 준생 공기 초고 바레 데 초닝게 마레 송인자레
So first, we talked about what happens when the person you think of your enemy is praised or well known, and you feel displeasure, you feel hatred because of that, and you can't. So first, it teaches about being patient of this. Then the second is when we think of someone as our enemy, and they have some pleasure. We are unhappy about that. We feel envy and hatred over. It's possible to feel envy or hatred, and then second, it teaches the methods for being patient of that. So third is when someone we think of as our enemy gets something. So they receive some gains or they have some income of some sort. So when they get that and we feel displeasure, then we feel hatred or resentment of that. And so it teaches about the ways to be patient in these instances. So this starts in verse 84. If they get something or it remains inside the patron's house, in either case it is not yours, given or not, why bother? So when you're so your enemy is given some sort of nice thing, some money or some nice thing. So if they're given it, Or maybe the person who owns that nice thing doesn't give it to your enemy. In either way, you don't get it. It's not yours. It's not yours if the enemy's given it. It's not yours if the owner keeps it from the self. You aren't getting it in any way. It's either the enemy's given it or the owner is keeping it and you ain't getting it. So you aren't getting it. So why is it that in that instant you feel anger of that? Why do you feel jealous over that? It doesn't do you any good. So you shouldn't be like that, and instead should be patient of it. Also, when you are jealous and don't have, and you are unable to be patient, then this will also destroy or decrease your own faith. It'll decrease your merit, and it'll, as it says here, why do you throw away your merits, your faith and qualities? And so this destroys your own qualities. Or the anger and the jealousy will destroy your own qualities, and so you should not be like. So you should not be like that. And so instead of being angry at the other, tell why you're not angry at the one who doesn't hold on to their gains. So there's, you've gathered, you think of yourself, you grasp at yourself with a lot of affection, but you don't keep your own gains for yourself. So actually, who is it that you should be angry at? You should really think about that.
所以刚刚呢，以上呢谈到的是说，所谓你认定的这个仇敌哦，他如果得到了别人的赞叹，或者说他得到了快乐的时候，记得都不要生气，然后要修持忍辱的一些观念跟一些方法。接下来谈到的是说，当你认定的这样一个仇敌，他得到了很多的钱财，他变得更富有的时候，记得你也不要生气哦。所以接下来这是84跟85个偈言他在谈到的。首先第一个84个偈言他在谈到的是说，这个你认定的仇敌，他得到了很多的财富。首先，这个财富已经是他的了，所以跟你也没有任何关系。再一个情况是，他没有得到财富，那这个财富会在哪里呢？会留在原来的那个人的，就是施主吧，说是施主家里面，所以也跟你没有关系。所以这个东西，这个钱财，反正都跟你没有关系。无论是他已经被敌人拿走了，他得到了，或者是他没有拿到，然后留在了，反正也不在你这，是留在了原本的施主家的话，都一样。所以其实换句话说，你这样一想，也没什么好生气的，反正都跟你无关哦。这是第84个偈言在讲的。再来第85个偈言是在说，你不仅是不应该，你真的不应该生气，就你不应该升起嫉妒心，也不应该升起嗔心。为什么呢？因为当你有这样的烦恼升起的时候，你的福德、你的信心、你很多的这些功德，你已经累积的这些财富，这种是法财富，它都会消失了。所以其实你根本不应该生气别人，你真正应该生气的是你自己，因为你自己把你自己本来积聚的这些福德呀、信心，你反而因为你的嗔恨之心都毁坏了，所以你应该嗔恨的是自己，不是别人。
听他的记啦，全是让给这些了，因为没得嘛这些，虽然是把引导到，没今天不是谁的东西。当然给地巴些巴啦，也不就嘛从学堂接话的，也不就嘛从呢，等然跟就把解决因巴啦，天嘛因巴啦，就引导给别结尾做说，上用到把些巴的到啦，天不是谁的东西，天出个嘛嘞，是呢，他的这把讲过把天把的啦，他这个过年当的。他们这边就经常啦，等于这把讲不得了，跟你那身边一个过年，学堂结尾个就常啦，让个年忙把过年呢，这把讲不个他的等不得，主把的，他第一就是啦，让我们这边开始吧啦，等于让学堂结尾的啦，等这边开始吧的，等个我的。
So in verse 86 it says, "Do you not only feel no sorrow for the wrongs you've done yourself, but also want to vie against those who have performed merit?" So not only have you done wrongs yourself, and when you've done wrongs yourself, you should think, that's not good. When you feel a hatred, you should think this wasn't good. You should regret these. But not only do you not feel sorrow or regret for them, there are others who have done meritorious things. They've done good things, and you're trying to compete with them, with those people who've performed meritorious things. You shouldn't be like this. Instead, you should not be angry or feel hatred. You should instead meditate on patience. And so in this way, by meditating in this way, we've gone through the methods of meditating on patience when things that you don't want, when the undesired things happen. We've gone through the 9 bases of meditating upon the 9 bases of resentment that are the causes of anger, and about practicing patience as a way to decrease our afflictions. Following this, in the next passage, it speaks about how to meditate upon patience when we encounter people who prevent us from, or who prevent what we want from happening.
那么事实上，我们在面对这些敌人的时候，那他得到快乐的时候，或者说得到财富的时候，我们事实上应该要有的念头是什么呢？应该是要忏悔自己的啊！我就是因为过去造了恶业，所以我没有像他一样的福报，所以我现在反而应该要忏悔自己哦。那我的嗔心过去就是因为烦恼嗔心不好，所以你应该反而是要忏悔。但我们却没有这么做，我们反而是看到别人好、敌人好的时候，我们反而是对于他升起嗔心，都没有想到他也是过去他造了福，所以他会有这样的结果。我们并没有用这个例子来检讨自己，所以这就是第86个偈人在说的：余先所作罪呢，护过无忧悔。我对于自己造的罪，我都没有任何忧悔，反而他做福呢，反对于他所做的福去想要去做竞争了。所以这也是透过这样一个思维告诉我们不应该生气。所以以上这部分讲完了是一大类哦，这一类都在谈的是说你不想要遇到的情况的时候会让你生气嘛，那时候你应该修持安忍。接下来是你想得到的，但是他却被别人障碍住了，就是说你想得到的却受挫了，而因此升起不欢悦的这样的状况。那接下来谈到如何对治。
他第一句是啦，你别开始吧啦吧，让你把这搞不这样对了，把这些呢，这样对了，这把啥个样了，工作机会就如个样了，这帮个吃的啦，他这完了，康波这开始用个样了先，然后你把东东方就那搞用个样了，让个出了。동할 정나 먹어와 용고요 와래라 동할 때 현나 때라 파티 정나야 때 먹어와 용고요 와래라 때라 때네 해동동 토도 제스거래라 내샘 제스거래라 때 메제베 타서 땜바나 갈때 다게 먹가나요 때라 척거지 예 나랑 그 다오인 삼바데 magana 동할제 정나 체랑 선바가와 티기에데 티게 nga랑 그 느발라테네 중앙 말에 체지 예만장제나 텔라네베 jormanjo nga랑 그 콜라 두보지 정나 선바 레완다 보지 잡 편란다 보지 자네 tinten 루투바르 tinten 루투고요 말에 텔라네게 말에 라 갈때 랑간 대비 동할 때 ထုံ나온 체거지 나랑게 다운 스심바텔라 드네 때 동할제 정나 삼바텔라 때네 파르보 다오텔라 네반다보지 정투나요 첼라지 선나 가와동 쪼와지와 지기예데 요마네라 때 구바칸 요마레 갈때 심원은 저리히나 다때 편반다보 간에 요마레데 semba 가본다보지 센사이네 지본다보지 용거레세나 대배 삼바 두보 대레풍 인제예 대녀몬바 두보레 녀몬바 냐반다보 되게 짝주기 zon네 당가랑 연송근 녀로가 pomba가 논도 녀르 수메게 마음바라 tinda고 끊용이나 나랑 녀외 논도 제게 조른도거데
So when we talk about displeasure at things that prevent the desire, what we desire, then these are often the causes of us to feel anger and hatred. The first type of thing that we often desire is for our enemies to be harmed or to be unhappy. And so when that's prevented, we feel displeasure and anger over it. Second of all is when we or those in our group on our side are prevented from gaining something we like. We then feel anger, annoyance over this, and this leads to hatred, jealousy, and malice, and so forth. And so the method for this not to occur is as described here in verse 87. When enemies are displeased, what's there for you to enjoy? So when there's someone you call an enemy, if they're displeased, if they feel pain and suffering, what is there for you to enjoy there? It doesn't happen because of your own power. The wishes in your mind alone won't cause them any harm. So you might think that this enemy, you have a hope or an aspiration, a prayer that something's going to bad is going to happen to your enemy. But when something bad does happen to the enemy, is that from your power? It's not. There's your wishes in your mind alone don't do any good. So how would it please you to accomplish the pain you wish for them? So when there's someone you call your enemy, and something bad happens, like they're hurt by someone else, what is there actually in your mind for you to take joy and pleasure? And there's nothing to take joy and pleasure in that. You say you would be satisfied. So you'd say, oh, that's good, that happened. I'm at least satisfied that my enemy got what they deserved. And you think you're happy about that, but there's actually nothing worse than that. That's just a horrible way of thinking. What greater ruin is there than that? So you're caught on, it's like this is a terrible affliction. And it's like you're caught on the fishhook cast by the afflictions, unbearably sharp the hook cast by the fishermen afflictions. Caught in it, surely all be cooked in cauldrons by hell's keepers. And so because of that, it's like you've been caught on the hook of the afflictions. They've got you. And because of that motivation, in the future, you will surely be reborn in the hells.
所以这一段呢，都在谈到我们所欲受挫，就是你想达成的，但是被别人障碍住的时候，我们就会有一种不悦，或者说一种不开心而生气哦。那它有两大部分，第一个部分是就是我的敌人受伤害，你想要他受伤害，但是却有人阻碍让他不受伤害，那你也会生气。第二大类是你自己和自己的这些人的安乐快乐他受到了阻碍的时候，你也会生气等等。那首先这个87、88到89个偈言呢，这三个首先是谈到87个偈言，说到的是说，你让一个敌人不开心了，或者说让他受苦了，你有什么好高兴的？那为什么呢？因为又不是你造成的。那他接着说，仅希愿敌苦，不成损害因。你只是在这边发愿说希望你受苦希望你受苦，但其实你根本达不到任何的成就因为你发愿是没有力量的，是那个人的苦又不是你造成的，所以你也不需要生气这第87个偈言。再来88个偈言是说呢，那再问你，那到底你还在那里开心什么呢？你看到敌人受苦，你到底有什么好开心的？那你的回答可能是第三句。若为我满我意，反正我就是很开心，因为他真的受苦了，我的心愿达成了，你很开心那如果你有这样子的想法呢，那真的这是害心赎过此没有比这个更糟糕的心。所以下一个偈言是说，如果一个人你有这么糟糕的心的时候，这种伤害他人的心，他人受伤害你这么快乐的时候，你这个烦恼就好像是被一个渔夫的钩子勾住的那个鱼是一样，你已经被牢牢的勾住，会牵到哪里呢？你会被牵引到这个地狱里面去的。所以下一个偈言就是说，你会被这个很锐利的钩子勾到之后呢，落入到地狱里面，无法出来。
你打太极说打动打个修啦，你被也不用也不用告诉了，对了，我今天party天呢。Garjin party sene party sone si ma chu ba che chona yang tela tseba sa ga re la kontro je ga re la te kontro je ma hiro wa se go yo re te kontro je ge jo yung yo re la ni kontro je ge jo kan de sin yung yo re se na ngaran so la te pa ton hin ro ya bo je yung kap so la me che ge te la par chi sin ne ngaran ge so la te pa ton hin ro de me pa je se shor na ni te la hedang je ge re la te hedang je na yo te la gu pa yo ma re hedang je na gu pa me be jun sin de kan de re se na te pa ton hin ro se ken te pen tong ken je ma re kan ya yo ma re tong bo te ten ba re la te tong drop tong run ru na se nam men ju ser men ju da to men ju ne mi me lu de wa yo men ju te pa ton hin ro se ken ti ge ngaran la lupo devo tang tse rinpo tang senam chenpo lan roga ma re lu devo lan roga ma re kanyang penga ma re ta te teacher na da na rondan hi jor na te la rondan chi hi ye ta ngaran rang tan yapo che drup gu gu yo re la rang tan yapo che drup ge che do la te pa tong hin ra te la pen to ka re yo re kanyang yo ma re te la rondan chi hi ye 다 티카서라 산 데보 치본다보 진 용그레 세나 이덴바 인데나네 데네 루보라 진 라만다 또 창통 다 덴데진네 가보 용그레 마도 때바동 현도서나 강용 팽그 말에
So now sometimes when we want to have good things for ourselves or for our side. We want to have happiness for ourselves and those we love. And sometimes there are circumstances or people that prevent that from happening, and we're unable to bear this. And so at that point, we must not, and it's because of that we then feel hatred or anger over this. And so so this is one cause of us feeling anger. And so how is it that this happens? Well, when we have praise or when we have fame, and then someone else prevents that from happening, then we lose all of that praise. We lose that renown, and then we get angry over that. We feel hatred over that. But there's no point in doing this, and the reason is that actually praise and fame don't do anything for us at all. They don't help us in any way. As it says here in verse 90, the honor of praise and fame is not merit or long life. They will not bring me strength, good health, or physical well-being. So praise and fame don't do anything. They aren't long life. They aren't merit. They aren't good health or physical well-being. They really aren't anything at all. And so if I know what is good for me, what's good for me in those? So we know that we should do things that are our own benefit. But what benefit how do praise and fame help us doing things for our own sake? They don't help us in any way. So if all you want is mental pleasure, so if all you want is to be happy in your mind, use drink, dice, and the like. And so, you might as well just wear nice ornaments and nice jewelry and drink a little bit. They won't help you otherwise.
所以接下来要谈到的呢，就是当自己和自己的亲朋好友等等本来应该受赞叹的，但结果呢就被别人去批评了，就是这个赞叹你想要得到的结果被别人障碍住的时候，我们很容易也会生气哦。举例来说那也就是当我们很多时候赞叹，结果被别人批评，那这时候你要对峙的方法是什么呢？也就是要了解到，其实赞叹本身它是没有任何实际意义的，所以这是第90个偈言在告诉我们的时候，受赞享美誉不能增福寿，非能壮免病，不能令生乐。那也就是说，别人的赞叹事实上一点意义都没有，它没有办法真的帮助到你身体健康，得到长寿，或者说让你的福德增长都不行的。换句话说，别人的赞叹美言呢，其实是对你自己一点帮助都没有的。所以下一个偈言在告诉我们的是说，其实我们都想要 让自己得到快乐，想要利益到自己。但如果说这些赞叹对于你自己是一点帮助都没有的时候，那你为什么还要再这么执着这个赞叹呢？那么如果你只是你的回答可能是说，哦，听到赞叹我很舒服，我心中很快乐，所以就是第91句的他提到若为称心意，就是你反正就是喜欢听别人说好话，你很快乐的话，他说与其这样子，你还不如去延世酒，就你还不如自己打扮得漂漂亮亮，你还真的是变得不一样，喝点酒还真的舒服一点。别人的赞叹比起赞叹是根本没用的。
Kale Mambo Jagayor, Rosso Mambo Tangayore, Tendation, Teleguba, and Pento Canio Marilla, Top attend the Nori Hurricane, Rong Juno Longitans, Botla Sopa Topic, etc. Kaleja, Rossonton, take a Pento Majuache, Ningara Semba Jo, that and the Youngerella. Donny John says in Nimapo is Hinraji Unjere, Samba Rewache, Mong Tukan the show, Tinitin Naran Shogi Julan Dogio Arella, Tendabo, Siene, taking Hindro Ateton, Tini Kitchen Himbote, Caripengere, Sindru Jumba, Sindru non Jiki, met the Chambore, Sinking, met the Power, Sinking Sindru Jayore, Tiki Campengere. Naransha Suna Teko Sula de Tateta Lega Cheju Tenzo Tepaton Hindrog Certo La Naranke Kale Japate Pena Tinipugutemona Ingere Pugutemote Casala Semenon Ro Semenon Ro and Combat Zo Semote Geton Combat Zo Combat Tebiorna Tinipugute Be Sembajo. Teka Kalekane, Sipanon, Kachi, no, Tatende Younger Yorella, Pugutsemona, Naranso, Tepaton, Hindro, Nyamna, Rongasan, Sipayen, Pento Canyo Marella, Pento Canyo Marete in Teta Chemboche Yenson, Te Mato, Tela Parchation, Tigi Sembacho, Pen Pugutsema Hibana in Togayore.
So people will often go to a lot of difficulty and expense in order to garner themselves some fame or some praise. But there's actually no need to do this, no benefit to doing this at all. For sake of fame, some squander wealth. And so some people will, they'll, in order to make themselves well known, they'll spend a lot of money, they'll put a lot of work, they'll work at publicity, but actually it often doesn't help. And then they're upset about this, they're unhappy about this. Some other people think, well, if I become known as a great hero, then I'll be famous. And so they'll like go to a battle, and this becomes like the cause of them dying, or even get themselves killed, as it says in verse 92. So what good actually does this fame and does it do to us? As it says in the third line, what use are words? If people say, oh, he's a great person, they're a great person, what a hero, those are just words, and what actual good do they do to us? When you are dead, who will they make happy? So the fame, the praise and fame don't benefit us in any way. We put a lot of effort, we work at it a lot. And it's like, for example, like children playing games. You know, children will go to the beach, they'll play in the sand, and they'll build sand castles. And then when the sand castles fall down, they're distraught about it. When their sand castles are destroyed, children wail in distress. And so we're actually just the same. Likewise, when you lose praise and fame, your mind is like a child's. So we get when we lose our praise or fame, then it doesn't benefit, and we get really upset about this. It doesn't help us at all, but we think it's important. And then when we lose it, we're upset, just like children building sand castles.
那我们常常呢会为了这些我们的名誉哦，我们很辛苦的去要得到这个别人的赞叹，得到一些名声哦。但其实这里在告诉我们，这些名声它是一点意义都没有的。那么甚至我们损失了名誉，然后有时候我们也会伤心，这也是没有任何意义的。那有的时候我们会为了得到，譬如说要别人赞叹你是一个很勇敢的人，你为了得到了这样一个勇者的名声，你却最后丧失了你的性命啊！所以这是在92个偈言都有提到，失财又丧命啊！你为了名誉，你会变成这个样子。那事实上呢，这些名词它都只是一个名词而已，一个虚名而已啊！所谓的勇者也好，所谓的好人也好。你死了之后，你这些名称还能够取悦到谁呢？它有什么意义呢？事实上是都没有的。虚名为谁悦哦？谁能够开心呢？那但却我们很多时候就为了这个虚名，为了得到别人的赞叹，我们受尽了各种的苦，而做了很多很多的事情，甚至没有得到这个虚名，你也很难过，很伤心。那他后面一个偈言就举了一个例子，有这样的状况其实是很幼稚的。他就像是一个小孩子哦，他去玩沙，然后盖了一个沙的屋子，结果呢，最后这个沙的屋子被他盖好之后呢，坏掉了，他就嚎啕大哭哦。那就像是这个样子，我们如果失去了名誉，有时候就像这个孩子失去了这样一个沙屋是一样的。那他们孩童嚎啕大哭，我们有的时候也会非常的烦恼，但其实这都是非常幼稚的一件事情。事实上，要告诉我们的是，名誉呢，这些是没有实际意义的。
他第一句是啦，对吧？东西到熊告诉了，那么你有的啦，那么你跟侬呢，同步扎江巴的了呢，扎的了三有嘛的，的了到了第三有么些，这个扎的了女把看样有嘛的啦，到了等偏把看的有的些呢，因申请定住高完的，他的这做完的不这个嘞，空出一个嘞，对吧？东西到的公的个嘞的。Tena gawe join tong tangarang teka la gage yore yin nam yona dola onrong yin ge dola chiki pen yin nam dola yona dola onrong yin gawa chona tangarang kaya penga mare gade tena teni che doga tele himado gade te koranso tipo che semba gabo che degre ma to ngarang la na kaya togo mare parupo te dena do dena te wai do de na te de wai do de wa chon na kan la on te yin sa go na kanga la ten de go gre de chitara yin la ga wai de wa ran jo na do me de te ni yin do la so pa la te ra ton yin ro chon na ga go gre de te na ga ga ma re de wa chon na do me de wa de kan chi ni yung yo re te o mo ba je re la jun sin teacher na
Now, when we are praised, or when we're famous or renowned, there are two aspects of it. First, there's the words, and with the words, actually, words don't have any mind; they're not conscious. Words have no mind. For them to to praise you is impossible. So there's no benefit to the words. The words have no intention. But then we might think that, well, when other people hear praises of us, they'll feel happy. They'll be happy about it. They'll like it. Though hearing that another likes me may be a cause for pleasure. What good does someone else's fondness for me or another do? So when someone else likes someone else, likes someone, then what good does that do for me? As it continues in the last part of verse 95, that like and pleasure is their own, I won't get even a bit. So they feel that pleasure. That's their like. Their minds feel the happiness, but we don't feel that. We don't get any of their pleasure. So then you might think to yourself, if them being happy makes me pleased, I should be so for all. So if we're going to be happy because they're happy, then we should be that way for everyone when anyone is happy. So why aren't I pleased when they're made happy by their love for another? So when they're happy because of praising an enemy of yours, then why shouldn't you be pleased about that as all? You should be. Being angry over this is not logical, so we need to be patient.
那么在接下来的这个第94个偈言呢，他在谈到的是说，我们赞叹的时候，他会，这是举例是一个声音哦，赞叹的是这个声音，喜声呢，声非心。首先，这个声音它本身并没有一个心，它这个声音它本身也没有想要赞扬你的心哦，所以你其实也不用因为这样子而欢喜哦。那么若赞我他喜呢，即此欢喜。但你会说，我还是很高兴啊，虽然这个声音并没有想要赞叹我的心意在里面，但是因为我受到了这样的赞叹，那个他人会欢喜啊，赞叹我的那个人会欢喜，所以你说你很欢喜哦。接下来第95个偈言是说，赞他或赞我，他喜我何益？不管是这个人他赞叹的是我，还是赞叹了别人，那都是他欢喜而已啊，跟你也没什么关系啊，他开心是他的事情啊，彼心喜或乐，非我何可知？那你又不知道到底真实情况是什么，反正你也并不会因为这样子而快乐。总而言之，他乐故我乐，世人皆如是。如果是以你所说的他乐的话，那么你也快乐。如果真的这是你所认为，那应该你普遍对于所有人都应该是要这样的观念。那你为什么对于他去赞叹了你的敌人，你反而却不开心了呢？总而言之，就是你自己是不合理的。所以换句话说，当敌人受到赞叹的时候，你不要因此而生气哦。
您他提起呢，这把东年到了，超音进步些把的，个把看见有嘛的，现在等不起的了，有的呢，西北这把可能是，不过这把的，西北先看的了，这当个单你可个有的，这当个没住嘛的，我这了有可个有的。Kyabje la puku chunchung la kogo yo are de, and the puku chunchung la kogo ka de, sipi jeba kona se, sipi jeba kona yinpe junsen de kandele se na, de shir da na de do he, rung gawa chenjirwa, ta nga la tera tangando, nga la nyendo yongando se na, nga ranga semba gabo ton chibo yunga te guba ton junsen kanya yo amare la, puku jeba nda boje re, ne suma re.
And so for these reasons, the text next teaches that it's not that there's no benefit or no need to being too attached and clinging to praise and fame. As the text says in the last line of verse 97, it's just a child's behavior. So generally when we talk about the word child and the Tibetan word chipa or the Sanskrit word bala, there are a couple of different meanings that it can have. Sometimes it means like an ordinary individual, and sometimes it means a child. In this case, it means a child. So it's just a child's behavior. And the reason why this is just a child, nothing more than a child's behavior, is that therefore my pleasure that arises when I am being praised. So when I am praised and well known, that I feel delight, I feel happy, feel happy about it. But there is no reason for it, and so forth. It is irrational and nothing more than just a child's behavior.
所以总而言之呢，这一整段在告诉我们，当我们就是我们不要去执着这个赞叹哦，或者说这些名誉，它其实真的没有任何的意义的，它只是一个虚名而已。那不然，如果我们很执着这些名声的话，我们就会像是一个渔夫一样啊。那他这里有时候也会翻译叫做愚童，它比喻是很幼稚的意思哦。那么所以在这里的偈言是说，若想他赞我，令我心欢喜，此意不应理，为是渔夫行哦。如果你因为别人的赞叹而让你欢喜，在那一刻，请你记得，这实在是没有任何意义的事情。你如果因为别人的赞叹而欢喜了，那你就跟一个幼稚的孩童一样了。
他的个说啦，他对吧？当年到的我让了也不接，同步我让了年到当对吧也不接，他对了我让个招这个我让个对吧当年到的没不接送呢。te nepa chenpo rewe se na, nepa chenpo ma re, pento chenpo re se, sono tango re se. Pento chenpo yinpe junsen te kante che re se na, te pa tang nyenra yapo che ye na, tiki senpa karen togo re se na, no yin per ge re. Tene se na, korwa la jo xie tang, tene ngen jung dabo che ye na, te yung mepa sen togo re la. yin ten pusam sopa ton tenpa la yung chado se ngarang la yin ten yoba yin kunzo le ngar gaga re sompan rabo chado ton pusam sopa un jipar se ta tende chege re la te cher na daga te su na yik ser kondo nyen ne ba ngarang ga dawo te ge ngarang ga te ra tang Nyendro Tenzo Mepa Sena, Tepe Katin Chimbore. Katin Chimbo in Bejunsin the Kandre Sena, Narana Tepaton Nyendro Yapo, Yapa Latine, Tin Devo de Naranta Nyemon Bampene, Nyenson Rogio Orella. Tenete Tepaton Nyendro Mepa Senking Dao Narang Nyenson Tom Rosare, son te sone. Nyenson to Manu was Sekerella. Pe Pento Chimbo, Katin Chimbore.
So at this point, sometimes we have we're being praised, we have been praised, we have fame and popularity, and then there comes along some enemy who takes away all our praises and ruins our fame and popularity. And so, is that harm to us? No, it's not. Actually, it's really helpful. We should really thank our enemies for this. And the reason why we should be thankful for this is that praise and fame are actually harmful for us. The way that they harm us is that if we have praise and fame, then they distract us. Praise and so forth make me distracted, destroy my weariness, cause envy of those with qualities, and ruin prosperity, in verse 98. Actually, the last line maybe should read, and ruin excellence. So they distract us, they take away any weariness we feel with samsara, any wish for emancipation. When we have qualities for ourselves, but we see others with more qualities, then we start feeling envy of them. And so in this way, it ruins all of our excellences. Because of that, actually when there are enemies who take away our praise and fame, it's as in verse 99. So haven't those who lurk nearby to wreck my acclaim and such come to protect me against falling into the lower realms? So actually, when they come and they wreck our praises and our fame, then actually they're extremely kind to us. And the reason for this is that when we have a lot of praise and acclaim, then our afflictions increase, and we're likely to fall into the lower realms. But instead of that, this enemy has come along, and they've thought to themselves, well, if they get too prideful, they're going to fall in the lower realms, and they've wrecked the causes of our pride, and so forth. And so in this way, they are extremely beneficial for us, and we should be very, very thankful to them.
再一个情况是，我们可能本来已经得到了很多的名誉你可能已经很有名声了，那么但结果呢，被人可能是诬陷了，让你的这种名誉都扫地了。那当你遇到了这样的情况，它并不是不好的，它不仅不是不好那么它同时甚至是带来非常大的一个利益的。怎么说呢？那因为接下来这个偈言在谈到，因为赞誉令心散，失坏厌离心等等那这个偈言在说的就是，很多时候我们都会被名誉给冲昏头了，它会让你变得很散乱。那么同时，本来你可能有学法的这种出离心，但也因为你的这种散乱，因为受到赞叹，结果呢，你的出离心也都没有了。还有你可能也会因为你很有名，所以你就会对于别人的功德呢，你可能也升起一些嫉妒比较之心。那这种种它都其实让你本具的这些圆满的都坏失了，所以这是第98个偈言在说的。那么所以要讲的是说，是故呢，若有人破坏我声誉，岂非防护我免于堕恶道？也就是说，当有人他真的在破坏你的声誉的时候，你真的应该要很大的感谢他，因为他其实在做的事情是，他不让你因为有名誉而散乱，结果落入恶道，所以他其实是在帮助你，所以破坏你的声誉。
他天行的，让给你把东国的娘送了，让了你把东国的也不切，他点了让个招接上，招的让给你把东国的娘多些，先拿先当接空出接，他天的用个人了，他没用切的了，他送了点吧，长不也不当呢，当呢除了天你了，他让。我东南这做嘞，做了这，谈的年个有了啦，谈年把你谈的年我些把啦，卡里古个有了些呢，年把东过的跟青蛙的没够把嘞， teni tate tanda nyeba tong korte chauni da jimba te cholwar cheba tongbo ngarana nyeba tong korte chauni khurwa lan chingi yore la teni da ka drawo te ki nyeba tong korte nyambar seni jimba le cholwar cheba re la tela da ne chitara cho nga khandi sini xedang chege yore da ne dunghan junde la sonji ji ne sena yen ta ngara nyeba tong korte la cha hin ne teni dungal ke ne sunro ngen song ke ne sunro nyalwe ne sunro nde pa la zopu sonji jam din de ji sinji la ba ta bo je yong ge yo re ngarang ngen song la ma tong nyalwa la ma tong go dam ne ngen song ro ma ju ba sing ke te teni ngarang ke dawo de re la te la da ne chitara tro de te la tro nyen ge ma re te la zepa gong go ge re te pen to chen bo re te gu ba chen bo re.
Sometimes there are people who make obstacles to our income or to people respecting us, to the respect that we receive, so that is so the enemy comes along. They prevent us. They prevent us from receiving our income or from being respected, and then we feel hatred for them and anger. But actually, we shouldn't think about that way, because really, if we think about it honestly and look at it clearly, then we can see that actually they're helping us. As it says here, what need have I who seek liberation of the fetters, gain, and respect? This is verse 100. And so if I'm someone who wants to liberate myself from samsara, I want liberation from samsara, then actually gain and respect, or income and respect, are what bind me to samsara. So my attachment to these bind me to samsara, and so the enemy comes along and they take away the gain and the gains and the respect, and it's like they're releasing me from those fetters, so I can go to liberation. So why should I get angry at those who release me, who am bound? So when I'm bound and they let me go, then isn't this good? When I want to enter suffering, how is it I get angry at those who, as if blessed by the Buddha, don't let me, blocking the way? And so when I am doing things that will lead to me to experiencing the sufferings of the lower realms, because of, then it's like the Buddha has blessed this person to go and prevent me from going there. They've blessed the enemy is there, the enemy is blocking the gateways to the lower realms. And so how can I be angry? How is it that I can get angry at that person? And in fact, I need to be very patient with them. They're being very beneficial and helpful to me. This is actually necessary for us.
在一种情况是，可能我们的各种本来都很受人爱戴很受人恭敬，或者你很有这些名利，但结果受到了这些仇敌的障碍之后，你也不再受人恭敬了，然后你也没有名利呢，你可能会为此而很生气但其实针对这一点，我们应该要针对于所谓的名利或者这些恭敬这一点，我们要很诚实的去想一下，反省一下。首先，你是一个想要解脱的人，这已经是确认的，是的，你想要解脱。那想要解脱的人需要的是什么？换句话说，他不需要的是什么？他最不需要的不就是名利，或者说受人的恭敬这些名声，不是吗？那在这个时候，有一个敌人或者一个仇敌，他出现了，他把你想要解脱的人最不需要的东西把它拿走了，他把这个障碍驱除了，也就是所谓的名利，还有这些恭敬等等拿走了，这不就是真的在帮助你吗？那你为什么对他还要生气呢？所以这就是第100个偈言在说的这个内容。再来另外一个思维也是同样如果你还很执着名利跟恭敬的话，首先你想要解脱的人，这个也的确是你不需要的东西。不仅是如此，而且如果你太执着名利的话，这个东西会把你带入到恶道里面去的。所以这时候来了一个仇敌，他把你的钱财把你的名利都带走了，其实他就像是被佛加持了的一个人来到这里，特别来帮助你是一样的来帮助你怎么呢？不让你落入到恶道，不就是这个样吗？所以他是如佛做加持，关闭恶趣门他是来帮你的，那你怎么还可以云何生嗔恚呢？怎么可以对他升起嗔心呢？
他得了就当个让个deji la parchi sepa la namba 2 yore la jiten ke deji la parchi sepa la control Chevatan, Teniranga, Tampichu, gave it our Sapa, Shanam Sapa, la participa, la control Sawatin, number Ni, Benoni, Tompon Jiting, Chuchi, Dejitan, Nietapatan, Niendra, Tenitajan, the Niepatan, Cortella Suba, la participa, la Zapagombe, Solte, Shubare. 다 단다 티우라 카레요레세나 랑 게웨자와 세놈 사발라 파티세발라 니 헤담메체와 제바곰베 솔데 템바렐라 데테링 고무가 데 춘팅가라 휴진사렐라 드니 데테링 춘팅 테좀 효나 게웨자와 데 신진통지지단도 후는 지팅지 공통질라 데지 분선 소바동 템베 멜론자나로체
Now, there are basically two areas in which people can prevent us from feeling receiving happiness and pleasure. The first of these is in terms of worldly pleasures. So there are those who there's the issue of feeling angry at those who prevent us from receiving worldly pleasures. And then the second area is in terms of the Dharma. We get angry at those who prevent us from increasing our merit and our virtues. And so for the first, getting angry at people who prevent us from receiving worldly pleasures, these are people who prevent us from having pleasure from fame and renown or praise, or from receiving gains and respect. And so the passage we have just spoken about talks about how we should be patient with these. The next passage talks about how we should should not feel anger at those who prevent us from gathering merit and practicing virtue. But we will discuss that passage this afternoon. This is enough for this morning's session. So I'd like to ask you now to please dedicate all of the merit of this teaching to the benefit of all sentient beings.
那么以上呢，我们谈到的是所欲受阻，就是我们想要的受到了阻碍的时候，我们会升起嗔心，因此要安忍的方式。那我们想要得到的这种快乐也大致分为两类，一类呢是所谓世间的快乐，我们刚刚谈到都是世间的这部分比如说名誉也好，财富也好，地位也好等等。那再来下一段要谈到的就是应该是说修持善行而累积福德，我们在做这样的善行，结果也受到别人障碍的时候，你可能也会生气，那这会留到下午再讲。所以早上就讲到这里，最后让我们回向今天的善根，希望这样的回向让一切世界都能够充满喜乐。
Rinpoche, page number 52. Call Rinpoche, page number 52. Sebe zole